So let's just get started sitting comfortably, what that means to you. Give yourself a moment to just be, to take off pressure. Transition from the thinking and doing to feeling and being. Feel each breath as it flows in, filling you up. Each exhale flowing out, helping you to let go. Ride the wave of your breath to become more and more present. I wanted to share some insight from my practice. I am noticing that I tend to approach myself like, why am I not enlightened already? Like, why am I not everything I wish I could be right now? And what I'm noticing is that through the course of, for example, a meditation sit, like I did this morning, I might come initially with some of that interference, some of the mind stuff, the judgment or the wishes. And then through practicing yoga in just this very essential way, coming to the present moment, coming to the breath, it starts to settle down the interference from my mind and my personality. And through the course of a meditation practice, through the course of a yoga class, I find myself coming into the place of balance. And the wonderful thing about arriving in balance is that it's never what my mind thought it would be at the beginning. So as we're centering, give yourself this gift of being with each breath as best you can. Also give yourself a lot of slack, give yourself compassion to understand that you don't need to arrive enlightened. You don't need to arrive in your most open, perfect state already. Just one breath at a time, coming fully into the present. If you're practicing with music today, feel free to get that started. For a seated cat and cow, start with your exhale. Tuck your chin and just roll your spine back. Hands cup the front of the knees. Breathe in, shift forward on your tailbone to open your belly, your heart, shoulder blades, and arms back. Exhale, rounding back, chin to chest, belly to spine. Inhale, roll belly forward, shoulder blades reach back. Move your spine through a process. Rarely are the yoga flows like a light switch, arriving fully on or fully off, but we're fading in and out of the shapes to learn along the way. Get creative with this shape. You might like to circle out your spine, pretend you're in a teacup and roll around the edge of the teacup. Tune in and find the movement that will help you to open up your back. Whatever leg is on top, just send that forward on the floor. Lean back on your fingertips, lift your heart, and just an option to lift up your hips as well. One or both of your knees might float. That's totally fine. Squeeze your glutes a little bit, get them up a little higher. And then have a seat. Start to walk out. This movement might be like side winding a little bit, side to side as you fold over your legs. Another breath, folding forward. With your inhale, walk yourself up. Change out the legs. So one leg forward, one leg more tucked in. Start by leaning back. You could be on palms, fists, or fingertips. Lift the chest, and then just an option is to lift your hips as well. Drink in the breath. With an exhale, have a seat. Same movement, side winding forward. Rock your hips side to side and fold over your legs. Deeper breathing helps to ease your body into each position. Begin to rise up and find yourself into table pose, hands and knees. Take some freeform movements to start. I'll suggest having your toes tucked under. So this might be a cat and cow basis or something circular. Tune in to how your spine would like to open. And that might also mean listening to what is less familiar for your spine. Easing from the familiar into the unfamiliar. Settle back into child's pose. Toenail side of the foot flat on the mat. Let your chest melt over your thighs. Take a few breaths to create length along the back of the spine. With your inhale, rise up into table and create spinal balance. Walk the knees a little bit closer and raise up your left leg behind you. Press through the heel and then push the forefoot forward and open up your toes. Drop the pinky side edge of that leg, and just an option is to reach opposite arm forward, like you're shaking someone's hand. Enjoy a few breaths, waking up your core 360 degrees around your center. Resist gravity with the abdominal muscles, lift them away from the earth. One more inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee crunch, curl in. Inhale, get long. Exhale, back to table. Shape the second side, start with your right leg back. First, reach through the heel, and then reach through the forefoot. Stretch out between your toes. Internally rotate that leg to help lower the right side hip. Optional, add your left arm reaching forward. Take deeper breaths to fuel your strength and just see what's here. Meet the sensations with an open mind, deep breath, curiosity. Inhale fully, get longer. Exhale, crunch, knee to elbow, curl in. Inhale, nice and long, reach. Exhale, down to table. We'll be making our way to down dog. If you want to twirl out your wrists, just give them a little break before that. Just an option. Handprints walk forward. Sometimes in downward dog, I play with adjusting the spacing of my hands. And sometimes hands a little closer has felt nice because it opens up the space between the shoulders at the side of the neck. So feel free just to experiment a little bit. If there's a way you always place your hands in downward dog, just do something new. See how it feels. Walk out the dog. Like you're yawning, just reach one leg up. Deep breath, get a stretch. Reach the leg up and back. Try out the other side. Really easy three-legged dog. Walk yourself to the front of the mat. Find your standing forward fold with an exhale. Hold on to opposite elbows and get some gravity to help open up your back. Shift your body weight slightly forward into the ball of the foot more than the heel. So your heel's still on the ground, it's just not bearing all the weight of your body. Start to stand up by pressing your feet down. Reach arms in the sky, deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stand vertically, align your body. If you have an intention for your practice or your personal growth, just give that a name or a feeling and breathe that through your body. Inhale, sweep arms up, deep breath. Weave your fingers and side stretch to your right. Inhale up to center, tiny bend in knees and then straighten. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center, tiny knee bend, and once more to each side. Think of that light switch fading in and out of the poses. When you come to center, exhale all the way down, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, halfway lift. Exhale down to the mat. Make your way back into plank. 3 deep breaths. As you exhale back into child's pose, knees to mat, sit back. Inhale, come forward and open the heart into Cobra. Chest reaches between the hands. Lengthen your legs down the mat. Feel your breath like a buoy on the ocean, just lifting you. One more inhale. Exhale, forehead toward the floor. Inhale, table or plank. I'll give you an optional push-up here. And then exhale, downward dog. Walk your feet forward, walk the hands back, standing forward fold on your exhale. Inhale, rise up, root the feet, reach high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Full deep breath in and out. Same flow, deep breath, reach up. Weave your fingers together. Exhale, side stretch to your right. Center on your inhale. Little knee bend to drop the tailbone. Exhale, other side. Continue cycling side to side. Find this balance of stretch and support from your core. After the left side, exhale, dive forward, standing forward bend. Inhale to flat back, pull heart forward. Exhale back into plank. We've got 3 breaths in the plank. If you experimented with the hand position in downward dog, just try bringing that into plank. See how it changes engagement of muscles up the arm bone, how it spaces your shoulders differently. Last breath, you've got an optional push-up, and then down to your belly. 3 breaths for Cobra. This might be a Cobra where you hold your pose, or it could be a Cobra where you're moving on your breath. Rise on your inhale, release gently on your exhale. After you exhale, inhale table or plank. Exhale, downward dog. We'll be setting up a lunge, so you could do that from down dog or drop your knees into table. Inhale, reach the right leg back, bend the knee, and do some hip circles. Trace the knee wide, circling both directions. Inhale, push the leg back, 3-legged pose. Exhale, step into your lunge, foot all the way through. Back knee can be up or down. I'll just recommend lengthening it back if you keep the knee down. Lengthen out the front leg and then bend into the knee, opening your heart. Row in and out of your hips. Find that fading in and fading out quality. Strength down through the feet. Strength through the breath. When you bend the front knee, get ready to lift your lunge. Arms reach up. Ground down through the front heel. Lift the heart high. Make your spine longer. Down through the tailbone. Low belly reaches back toward the sacrum. Lift up through the heart center and the back of your head. One more inhale. Exhale, touch the mat. Your choice, back to table or downward dog. And we'll set up side 2. Reach the left leg back, bend that knee, and start to roll out your hip. Deep breath. Circle out both directions. Take note if you tended to do the easy, comfortable side first or the less familiar direction first. Inhale, straight leg, reach back. Exhale, find the lunge. Stepping through. Back knee can be up or down. We're going for a vertical chin, alignment. Ease into the lunge. Front leg long, and then bend into the knee. So this pose can be done with the back knee up or down. With the back knee down, it's cycling through, this is the half splits when the front leg goes long, or if your back knee is up, it's a pyramid variation. Involve your spine in the movement. Prepare to lift the lunge. Root your front foot, reach arms overhead. Hands could be separated or palms together, reaching up. Gently tweeze the back foot and front foot toward each other to draw strength up through the hip muscles, upper thigh muscles. And see how that base of support can make your spine longer. Down through the tailbone, up through the heart center and the back of the neck. Nice work, touch the mat. So here we've got Yogi's Choice. Take a flow from plank or enjoy child's pose. A few breaths to recenter. Experience what's happening in your body. Three-legged when you're ready. Either three-legged dog or table. Right leg reaches back. Exhale, bend the knee. Let's step all the way through. Find your lunge once again. Lift the lunge when you're ready. Reach arms high. Back knee maybe up or down. Try to straighten your arms out. I've been experimenting, some of you know, with letting my shoulders come up to my ears in some of these poses, just to see if it makes my neck feel better. One more deep breath in. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Extend your front leg, make it long. As you exhale, bend the knee, and let's come into a twist. Left hand will be on the mat. Right hand could either be on the thigh or reaching into the sky. Turn your top arm into a funnel shape. Think of really moving your shoulder blade back as you circle out the arm. Lift the left side of your pelvis away from the earth using your core muscles more than your legs. One more inhale. Exhale, ground down. Step your body back, table or dog. Second side, left leg reaches back. Deep breath in. Exhale, step through to find your lunge. Get organized and lift up when you're ready. Find length through fingertips. The tweezing action of front foot and back foot moving slightly closer together. Breath flows. Aware of the energy circulating through your body. With an exhale, hands to earth. Inhale, long front leg. Exhale, bend that knee and find your twist. We've got right hand on the mat. Plant that hand. Left hand either on the thigh or stretching up. See what feels right as you tune into your body. And we get guidance from a teacher or from other people in their practice, but ultimately we're students of our own experience. You may like to circle out your top arm. More and more we're learning how we ourselves work. One more breath in your twist. Exhale down to the earth. We've got a flow or a rest, your choice. Open up your throat and let the breath flow fully. Let's make our way down to our back. If you're in downward dog, you might like to do a little sit through and come all the way down. Give your knees a squeeze. With an exhale, curl forehead up to meet the knees. Inhale, come down, and exhale, feet to the mat. Cross right ankle on the left knee, and we've got figure 4. Hands behind the left thigh. Give it a squeeze. Two options, either stay in the stretch or we've got figure 4 crunches. Keep the legs as they are. Hands come behind the head if you're taking crunches. Keep moving your low back down into the floor. Try not to let it arch. Reach the knees slightly away from your chest. Inhale. Exhale, elbows toward the knee, shoulder blades off the mat. Inhale, reach elbows and knees away from each other. Exhale, reach together. So continue moving on your breath, that slow process. So you're building strength by coming in consciously and coming out consciously of the pose. One more round, nice job. Release left foot to the mat and then take a figure 4 twist. Keep the legs as they are and just pivot to your left. Right foot will come onto the mat. I like to hold on to it with my left hand. Right arm can reach out to the side, and then the right knee could move, like knee toward your shoulder or reaching away. So just see what's here in your hip. See what feels good on your back. Another moment in the twist. Anything else you'd like to add? Feet to floor. Cross your left ankle for figure 4. Hold hands behind the right thigh. Your choice to stay in the relaxed stretch or enjoy some crunches, figure 4 crunches. I love doing these because I find a lot of yogis are very flexible in the figure 4 position, but we don't always have the strength or stability in that shape. So this is helping with that. Hands behind the head. Firm your low belly down to flatten the low back into the mat. With an inhale, bring knees forward, keeping low back down. Exhale, curl up, shoulder blades off the mat. Inhale, knees forward, head down. Exhale, curl up. Moving in and out. So we've got that light switch, that's a fader, just fading into the full pose, fading out. Nice work, one more round. Drop right foot, twist to your right. Keep the legs in the figure 4 shape. Left foot comes to the mat. If it's reachable, right hand to left ankle. Rotate the left knee a bit, knee toward the right shoulder, and then reaching the knee away. See what's here, what's familiar, and how you can ease into the unfamiliar. Roll your way to center, hug your knees. Make your way up. We're gonna have a seat. And let's come into a yogic squat when you're ready. If you want to drink a water first, go right ahead. I'll give us a moment. If anyone is feeling crowy today, you can have the back of your upper arm against the front of the knees. And I find that any amount of crow is a great success, just a little shift forward. I think I did yoga about 4 years before I felt like I really had the crow. Crow is a teeter-totter balance. It's not like you jump into the shape. It's more like you lower your head slowly, and then that will help your lower body to lift. Stand tall when you're done. Give your wrists a roll. Arms reach high in the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands together by your heart. Find your Tadasana, your footprints grounded for mountain pose. Hands to hips. Raise your right knee and start to roll the knee out. Tree pose when you're ready. Sole of the foot to inner calf or inner thigh. Hands on hips is very grounding. Also, gazing downward is grounding. For extra challenge, close eyes and reach arms overhead. A lot of us yoga folks have vision-dependent balance from the way that we do our balance poses. So it's a wonderful, humbling process to break the vision-dependent balance. All right, let's shift the right knee forward. Sit down into a figure 4 chair. Cross ankle on the left thigh. Arms reach high in the sky. Weave your fingers together. Free up your index finger and really reach from your tailbone up to the fingertips. Nice job. Hands to hips. Rise up. Lift your right knee. Step it down to the mat. And then step your left leg back. We're going to come into extended side angle. So nice wide step into the warrior 2 stance. We've got the right knee forward. Take right elbow to thigh, left arm alongside the ear. Slice up through that arm. Articulate the outer left foot down into the mat and reach up through the left pinky, slightly back through the outer left shoulder. Full deep breathing. Look down at the mat. Lift up your back heel and plant your left knee down. Let's take our right leg long, finding the half splits. Bend your right knee and heel toe the foot out to the side. We'll finish this flow on this side with the lizard. Right hand is on the inside of the right foot. Back knee could be up or down, and you might stay on your palms, or some of us might be comfortable lowering down to the forearms. Stand into your right footprint. Really push that down. Nice work. Yogi's choice to flow or take a chill pill. See what feels right in your body. We'll be meeting up at the front of the mat when you're ready. Standing forward fold. Rise up tall. Arms in the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. Lower arms by your side and pause to be centered in mountain pose. Hands to hips. Find balance on your right footprint and start to circle out your left knee. Hands to hips is helping to guide our hips forward. So we're not rotating our whole torso, we're rotating at the hip joint. Tree pose when you're ready, Vrikshasana. Hug the inner leg and the sole of the foot together as you point the knee out to the side while your belly faces forward. Either steady gazing point for more support or challenge your balance to be less vision dependent by closing your eyes. Spine is long, space in the back of the lungs. Shoulder blades are just floating. Point knee forward and let's sit into the figure 4 chair. It's also a pose where if there's furniture nearby or a wall, you can use that to help you balance. Option to reach arms overhead. Weave your fingers together the less familiar way and reach up through the index finger. Sit your hips down. Option to increase the bend of the right knee. Lower down a bit more. Nice work. Stand tall. Drop the left foot. Reach right leg back, coming nice and wide on your mat. Side angle. Left knee is forward, right leg is long. As you shift to your left, right arm up alongside the ear. Stand into both feet, especially the outer edge of your right foot. abundant breathing. Top shoulder might start to open back. Nice work. One more inhale. Exhale to the earth. Lift up your back heel, plant the back knee. Half splits, shift back, front leg long. Pull the front heel toward the center of your body as your chest reaches forward. Bend the front knee, walk the foot 4 inches to the left, lizard pose. Your back knee might come further back as you open up your hips, or if the back knee might be lifted. Stay on palms, or if it's available, lower down to elbows. Find pliability in your hips and your point of view. And see what can open and release. Nice work. Back into table. Your choice, plank through a flow or take child's pose. Let's meet together in table. I wanted to offer us a couple options for a peak pose today. Since we've done a lot of hip opening, let's start out in table pose and bring your right knee forward. Cross your right ankle in front of the left knee, and then if it's available, the right ankle may walk a little higher up toward the left hip crease. So this is one place you might stay. Shift hips forward and back to open. Toes could curl under, and we have a toe balance. This is going to be more pressure into your knees, so just see if you'd like to play with that. So here I'm balancing on the left tip toes. And maybe you use your fingertips for balance or hands together by the heart. The left heel is pretty much under the left sitting bone as you find balance. Nice job. Come forward. If that pose feels done, just take that leg back. I'm going to give one more option, which is to play with Ekapada Galavasana. So what I just did was tuck the toes under. I still had that figure 4 shape, lifting to the toes. And then that's kind of a quick way to get into this crow shape where the elbows are underneath. Ooh, I've got the wall. That's very convenient for my back leg. So elbows are under the shin. It's kind of a bony way to prop up your pose. Nice job, everybody. Let's release that into downward dog. Hips high in the sky. Walk your feet a little wide to the edges of the mat and just melt your heels down one at a time. Knees to the earth. Pigeon fake out on the left side. So we're bringing that knee forward, and then the ankle is going to cross in front of the opposite knee. Option to bring the left ankle higher up toward the right hip crease. Just an option. You may like to row forward and back to help release your hips. And then the balance. So this is a little bit more pressure on the knees. Back toes can curl under. As we shift back, toe balance, Insi Padangusthasana. Stand into that foot and see if you can find the central axis of your spine. If you like to play with the arm balance, we're shifting forward. I'll also mention the Galavasana the Arm Balance. It comes more from a parallel shin than from the foot being high. That should help with alignment. So we tuck the toes, lift the knees so that the shin can balance on the back of the arms. And maybe the back knee stays in contact with the front leg, or maybe it shoots back. When your pose feels done, let's release into downward dog. Bend knees one at a time. Tone your quads, get some strength through the front of the leg. Make your way forward and come to relax on your belly. If you'd like to take a flow and meet us down, feel free. For crocodile, stack up your hands under the forehead, or the cheek could rest on the hands. And create a pillow of breath. And let your spine relax on that pillow. Lengthen back through your legs. When you breathe in, reach up your right leg and lift your head slightly, pointing nose at the mat. Exhale, lower down. And then the other leg, inhale. Reach the leg up, lift the head. Exhale, lower down. Side to side, just like that. At the end of each exhale, create this moment of pure release, relaxing back muscles, glutes, and leg muscles. Choice here to stay with this gentle flow or rise up into a full locust. We're going to reach our arms back for the locust. Hands may interlace as you lift your legs straight off the ground. Think of getting your legs really high. Try bending your knees and just see how high you can get your legs. Straighten the legs and reach through the feet. Shoot back, reach the heart forward. Good work. Let's release down. Relax your head on your hands. Bend your knees and windshield wiper side to side. Pause with your feet facing the ceiling. Knees are bent. Walk the inner thighs a little closer and then allow the feet to dip outward with gravity, out to the side. We're going to hold this position. This is a counter pose for all of the hip opening that we've done. Breathe down to your low back and let it open up. Straighten out your legs and just roll over to lie on your back. I'm going to talk us through bridge pose. And if you're in the mood for a shoulder stand or something else, feel free to do that. Ground your feet. Tuck shoulders under your back. Lengthen the back of your neck onto the earth. Listen to your breath. Flatten the low back down and begin to lift your spine starting at the tailbone, rising up slowly. If it's comfortable, hands will interlace along the floor. If that makes your shoulders feel tighter, then just keep your hands down, separated about the width of your shoulders. Stand firmly into your legs and slightly drag back into your heels to tone your glutes, your hamstrings. Root evenly through the inner and outer lines of each foot. Find your breath flowing. With your core, lower down slowly. Connect the inner knees and space your heels further apart. Reach arms out into the cactus shape. Soften the forehead, the throat, the abdomen, the back of your hips. For the fish pose, flatten your legs to the ground. Bring your arms beside your hips and lift one glute at a time and try to slide the hand or the wrist under your bum. So it'll be like you're sitting on your hands or your forearms, depending how long your arms are. Engage legs and squeeze them together, finding the center line of strength through your body. Push your elbows down and drag the back of your head toward the back of your hips. Reach up through your chest and be very detailed in your attention in this pose. Often we don't arrive instantly at the full pose. It's more like you're easing in, just seeing if there's a little more room in the lower neck, in the chest, in the shoulder blades to lift and open. Just melt your chest down when you're ready. If you're in the zone, you might just like to stay and move into these new, less familiar places in your body. When you release down, walk hands out from under you and place feet flat on the mat. Reach the right leg up into the sky. Hold hands around the back of that leg. Easing into any hamstring opening. You may like to straighten left leg to the earth or keep it bent to support your back. If you like a little more, curl up using your core and walk the hands higher up the right leg. Go as high as you can, and then just melt your head back down. Reach up through the right toes so they're activated, helping to improve nerve function through the lower body. Bend the right knee and take it into a twist. Roll yourself to the left. Reach right arm out to the side and twist. Make your stretch permeable, like the breath flows through the solidity of your body. Unroll to center, feet flat to mat, even out your spine. Stretch left leg high, hold hands around the back of that thigh. Strengthen the quads of your extended leg to help lengthen the back of the knee. Right foot could be planted with the knee bent or flat on the ground. As you enjoy the hamstring stretch, just that little option to increase. Walk hands up the back of the leg. Use a little core to lift your torso and then melt down. Press through the foot. When we reach through the heel in a hamstring stretch, we're really stretching the nerves of that leg, the sciatic nerve. So you may decide to push through the heel less, just to feel less nervy electric sense. Bend that knee and take your twist. Roll knees to the right. Left arm reaches out. Unroll your body. Hug your knees. A great time for happy baby or any other stretches that your body might be asking for. In happy baby, I like to imagine the attitude a baby has about their body and their life and themselves. And just for a moment, marinate in that baby mindset, pure curiosity, innocent wonder, appreciation and feeling. Create your relaxation pose when you're ready. Lengthen out on the mat. Add support where you'd like. This could be a pillow for your head or something to lift up just behind the knees. And soften the forehead, the scalp. Relax the corners of the eye, inside and out. Unhinge your jaw to make space between the back teeth. Softness down the back of the tongue, inside of the throat. Release the chest area. Soften in the heart center and the lungs. Let arms rest, supported fully by the floor. Soften the abdomen. Relax the breath. Release deep in the hip joint. Allow the legs to be fully supported by the floor and just gently rolling open. The whole body in a state of release. Deep relaxation. bring awareness to your relaxation. Drink in a few deeper breaths. Drink in the fragrance of your practice, this subtle, beautiful nourishment. Wake up hands and feet with a little movement. Roll ankles, roll wrists. Reach up, full body stretch. Roll slowly to your side and make your way up to sit comfortably. We'll take just a moment to close our practice. For the tension release breath, bring your arms slightly out to the side with fingertips resting down. I'll talk through the breath practice, and please breathe in a gentle way at your own pace. When you breathe in, the breath will wash through the nose, over the third eye center, and then come down the throat to fill up your heart center. When you exhale, this is a deep release as any tension flows out of the arms and out the hands. Inhale through the nose, washing over third eye, down throat where you may like to swallow. Fill up your heart center and just find a wish to release any tension. With your exhale, feel that release as your heart lets go, allowing anything you don't need to just drain out of your body. Enjoy a few more rounds with this intention of release. I deeply wish to release all negative psychic tension. To finish this breath practice, we just shake off the hands. You may like to flick the fingers or just brush out your arms, like any remaining tension will come off. See if you feel the effect. Maybe you feel lighter or more open. It's wonderful to practice with you today. May the benefit of your practice come with you through the rest of your day. Namaste.